Scorpies. My heart is filled with so much gratitude for you guys. Honestly, I haven't been in the YouTube game for very long. And everything I do, I always do from the best intentions of my heart, you know. I always try my best to give my best to everybody. And so my mid-September 2020 weekly reading that went up last week, it was the first sort of video that I put out there that hit over 1,000 views from you guys. So I'm so grateful. I know that obviously to some tarot readers, they generally get way more than that, but we're all a work in progress. And I'm very grateful. And I really want to say thank you so much for your support and for your love and for giving me the opportunity to actually be of service, because for me, I do like the idea of being of service. So thank you so much for that. So much. Thank you. All right. If it's your first time here, my name is Adrian. I'm an intuitive healer. I also practice holistic wellness. All right. Or I practice holistic wellness. I also practice spiritual regression hypnosis. So this reading is for October 2020. Can you guys believe it? The way the time is flying. Wow. Wow. Okay. Let's see what we got for you. All right. My graphic design and my social media management is done by AC Digital Marketing Solutions. Overall, gotta make a choice. Okay. If you are interested in graphic design or social media management, you can just go down in the description and you look for AC Digital Marketing Solutions. Okay. So, okay. I think this is going to be one of those readings. Let's see. There's a lot of emotions here starting off. We're looking at the recent past. What are the lessons there? What is bringing you towards where you are right now? Then we're looking at the current energy and, then as a result of where you currently are, what is coming towards you. A lot of emotions. It hasn't been easy for many of you guys, eh? It's been a bit of a wild trip. Somebody you trusted may have not been, having the best intentions there, and you forgave them. Let's see what's going on. Hierophant, Five of Swords. I don't know if that forgiving them was actually the best choice, eh? Okay. Before I go into this reading with you, I just want to tell you guys something very quickly, if I can, please. So, my week got very busy very suddenly, in a good way though. And so yesterday, I was just going to pop out some readings. You'll remember if you looked at my weekend love reading that I said I'm going to do the September onwards going into, I think I said August, reading next. And I didn't even realize that October's there. I was like, wait, October's on our door. And I was going to do these quick sort of readings. And I did them. I uploaded them on my YouTube channel. They were still private. They weren't public yet. And it was about 10 minutes long. It was a very powerful reading. But you know what? I said to myself, when I do what I do it from a point of love. I do it because I want to help you. And I didn't like the fact that I was rushed when I did those readings. And I didn't feel that if I uploaded that and if I provided you with that, I didn't feel that I'm giving you the best from my heart. And so I deleted it. I took all that 4 hours of work that I did and I deleted it. Because, well, not a full 4 hours, about 3.5 hours. I said to myself, you don't deserve this. You deserve the best. And so I deleted it. Okay? So, let me show you what we got. So, in the recent past is the Five of Wands, the Moon, and the Page of Wands. This is one of those situations, when there's a confrontation, there's a disharmony. And you sort of think that you you know, you believe that this was resolved, that this issue's resolved, that, you know, we've now spoken about it, screamed about it, shouted about it. You know, we sort of met in a middle ground, and, you know, we sort of good. When we find out that maybe we're not that good, that is still sort of low vibing on us, it wasn't a very this wasn't a very pleasant experience. And I feel that it may not be perceived that way by the outside world, but you sort of had no choice but to choose yourself, because you had nothing more to give. You know, and I feel that there might be a lot of things that were kind of like, you know, thrown back into your face, like you are selfish and you don't care, and, you know, some people may have gone so far as to actually call you an idiot. I also feel that you trusted somebody, and they almost sort of brutally betrayed you, and they thought that they think that you don't know about it, but and I feel that maybe for some reasons you don't want to let them know, but I don't know. Let's look at the rest. So, Page of Wands, and then where you currently are, we've got the Hierophant, we've got the Five of Swords, and we've got the Ace of Swords. Now you see, this is what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about. Because I haven't even looked at these other cards yet. What is happening here? What's coming towards you? You see? Because now I feel that you felt that you'll sort out your stuff, that you know that you're doing good now. There's some sort of betrayal here, and it could be the worst kind of betrayal, because it's betrayal in love. All right, it's the worst kind of betrayal, because in the current situation, I feel that you started to open your mind again. Some of you were even really beginning to question yourself, because this is obviously a general reading, but you know, so I'm just getting you what telling you what I'm getting. You sort of came from the best of intentions. You know, this was like a clean slate, you know, moment for you. And you were willing to do what it would take to repair the situation. But I feel where you currently are at the moment with this Five of Swords, you're sort of realizing that this is a hard one, really, but you're sort of realizing that this is a situation that is best let go for your own good. This is something that is sort of like best if you let it go, okay? Because there with the Ace of Swords, whatever you thought was resolved, it's coming back, and it's almost like there's a case of unexpected backstabbing taking place over here, and it's not even subtle backstabbing. It is quite malicious, intentional, want to take you down kind of backstabbing, you know. And just before I do what's coming towards you, I just want to explain to you also, because obviously there's almost 8 billion people on this planet, all right? So when we speak about your sun sign, many of you obviously know this, but you know, when I say Scorpio, it's obviously your sun sign. But you also want to look at your moon. So what is your emotions? How do you emotionally react to things? Your rising or your ascendant. How do you deal with new stuff and new beginnings? Because there is a bit of a new beginning space over here, and because you've basically got a good heart, you don't want to just let things go. But a new start may be inevitable, so you might want to look at your ascending if you know what it is. Also with communication, your Mercury as well as Venus, your love. This is so difficult. Because then as you go forward, what's going towards you is the Four of Swords. So at least this is good news. At least this is good news. Alright? 8 of Cups. and the Seven of Swords. Because this is what's happening now, and this is where it's sort of like the betrayal that is sort of surfacing, you know, at the moment. Because I feel that you really want to give this whole connection a second chance. That's what you actually want to do, you know. You want to give this another try. But I don't really know if a situation can be turned away from. This pain it's so huge. And you know, so if you look at this card, for example, you know, because this is what you are trying to do. You are trying to include everybody in the picture, you know. You're sort of trying to make them part of the party. But it's like the more you try, the more you actually suffer. So this is you reaching for your inner power, for your inner strength, you know. So if we, I'm going to show it to you all like this. I'm going to show it to you all like this because I want you to get exactly where this is going. Or actually, and before we see where it's going, you have to see where it came from. Because this is emotional betrayal that some of you, you know, not necessarily all of you, but it could be that you gave so much and there's so much hurt, there's so much pain, and you just had to realize that, you know, you can't do that anymore. This is almost like, you know, like when you get these little chihuahuas, ducks also like to do it, that they won't come outright and attack you. Well, at least ducks will. But a chihuahua normally won't come out and attack you. They run at the back and they kind of bite you, you know, at the back of your feet. Like, so this is like little gossip stories going on, you know, little stories, little negative energies planted here and there. And you sort of had to, I feel, withdraw yourself for a while. And nobody really realizes how difficult this situation has most likely been on you. Okay? And you had to really embrace your inner self over here. I feel some of you needed to take some time and space away because you really had to ask yourself some questions like, is everything that they are saying actually true? Am I really this bad, horrible person? You know? And I felt that you were really willing to give them a second chance. There's a lot of things that were happening in your mind in a sense of, you know, maybe they didn't mean it like that. Maybe they had their own sort of problems going on. Maybe, you know, maybe. So you were prepared to give them that you know, second chance. And this could be a repeating pattern, really. But it's, and probably, you know, a second chance that others wouldn't even dream of giving. But where you are at the moment, there's sort of like a clarity coming through here, and it's unmistakable. It's like in the morning when the sun comes up through the mountain, you don't miss it. It's like a full moon, you don't miss it. The truth is right there, that it's time to let these connections go. All right? But still, wanting to, coming from the best possible, highest kind of way, trying your best, backstabbing. I also, you know, and I'm so sorry I'm so sorry to be, you know, it's almost like I'm giving you only bad news. But there is some good guidance available here, though. I feel that you also knew that you were meant to release that connection before. But it's got something to do with emotions. You know, it could be love, but it could also be family, friends. You knew you had to let this go before. You knew it. But you still wanted to give them a chance. And as it proved out, you were right all along, you know. And so what's coming towards you, really embracing yourself there with the Four of Swords, that inner choosing yourself, because it's like the more you try to include others, it just doesn't work out. You know, everybody's not really ready for sort of like the awesomeness that you are stepping into. You are stepping into this very incredible, you know, when we speak about leveling up, that you're stepping into, and I feel that you want to take everybody with you. You want them to benefit from your benefit. You know, you don't want to be selfish and it's just you. You want everybody else to benefit as well. But I don't know. It's they not. It's almost like you're making the offer, and you know when we sometimes come across and you make like a kind offer to somebody, it's like they're taking that and they sort of trying to low vibe through it. So instead of just being appreciative and just offering, you know, the sort of like the bread that you are prepared to share, they want to grab the whole bread and not even leave you with crumbs. And I mean, how fair is that? You know, how unfair is that? You know, and I'm speaking sarcastic terms there when I say how fair is that. So you have no choice but to choose yourself. You're stepping away there. You know, with the emotions, you're stepping away from what might have once seemed like a feast that you can sit at the table. You are realizing now you're going to have to step away, even if it means that you stand alone. You got no choice. So even if it means going forward, that you are the only one benefiting from this, at least you know that you try to include everyone. Again, there with the Seven of Swords, this is about stepping away. All right? Because I'm sorry to say this, but from what I'm seeing over here, and I mean, I'm only telling you what the cards are saying to me, but even though it feels heavy, I feel a lightness inside of you as well. It's like it's good to be rid of this burden, you know. Also, your psychic abilities are really expanding, and it's because you're cutting these low vibes off that are holding you back. Two of Wands, so that's the overall energy of the reading. Your emotions has been divided for too long. You try to spread yourself too thinly, being there for everyone. It just doesn't work out. All right, let's clarify it, and we're going to get you a message from the universe, which may complement this reading or be something completely different. And then we're going to get you an angel card. Let's see what is flying over here. Right, so we're clarifying the recent past, which is the Five of Wands, the Moon, and the Page of Wands. And you've got the Seven of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, so this situation became unbearable. It really, really did. You know, it became... Yeah, oh, wow. I kid you not, it's literally like a... I'm going to have some water. Breathing into my heart space and letting this go. I'm going to have to take a break after this reading. I always do, but there's so much pain here. Seven of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. You see, this is the thing when you realize that this was one of those never-ending fights, those cycles that keep on repeating themselves over and over and over and over again. And they're never really going to respect what you bring to the table. I mean, sometimes you're bringing the actual table, you know, and it's still not respected. Your worth and your value is still not seen and respected. And then they still speak about you behind your back sometimes. You had to go. You had to go back to the drawing board and you had to say, you know what? Sorry. Gotta erase you. Gotta let you go. I can literally burst into tears right now. Wow. Wow. People can, you know, I always try to see the best in people. But sometimes people's vibes can surprise me. Ah, three cards came right out. Current situation. The Hierophant, the Five of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Wands, embracing your own power. Eight of Pentacles, starting over, embracing your skills, and the Eight of Swords. They never had good intentions for you. They never had good intentions for you. I'm sorry that I'm the bearer of this difficult news, but they never had good intentions for you. So as you go into October 2020, also remember in the beginning of this time, you're still going into Virgo, which is the new moon in Virgo, you know. That's what I meant. So the new moon in Virgo, it's about organizing your house, by getting your things in order. We're going into the house or the month or the zodiac sign of Libra, you know. It's about sorting out your affairs, getting that balance back, and that meant, you know, going within, choosing yourself. We're clarifying the Four of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Seven of Swords. You had to walk away. You just had to. Clarifiers, they are the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Page of Swords. Lovely. So I see you going forward, working really hard, maybe working more on your own, not so much maybe in a team. Making good money, actually, you know, making good funds, really focusing on yourself, because I feel for such a long time you were focused on so many other people because, you know, you wanted to help them shine, but they didn't appreciate those efforts. You know, they may have misinterpreted them. I don't see how, but going forward though, there's good news for you. As you step away, look at this. Eight of Cups. As you step away, you're making there's this divine intervention, divine connection with emotions at once there. Source is coming through for you. Isn't it nice? Oh, some good news at last. Source is coming through for you because you are honoring yourself, because you are acknowledging yourself, because you are respecting yourself. And it's not, we're not just talking about disrespecting yourself before, but it's like you spread yourself so thin that you almost had nothing left for yourself. For those of you looking for new love, a true actual connection of love, good news, okay? Page of Swords, yeah, gonna have to let it go. Let's see what's happening with this. You had no choice. You had to do this for yourself. So with Two of Wands, this choice that you have to make to carry on in the way that sort of disrespects you, or rather choose yourself. I mean, who wants to be alone? But also who wants to be in the company of fraudsters, you know? Clarifiers, they are Judgment, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. There's good stuff coming your way. There's good stuff coming your way. They may be sorry that they cut you off. Let's see what we have for you from the universe. They may be sorry that they cut you off. But there's a lot of peace coming in your way. And it's almost like I can hear you sigh for, at last. You know? Like at last. Thank goodness. There's one sticking out. Ace of Emotions. Lovely. 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 Ace of Emotions, which is Ace of Water. Oh, what's going on here? Cards are... Hold on. Sorry about that. Let's see what I have. Okay, so... what do we have? There's a number of cards that came out here for you. I'll show you now. So this is a direct message from the universe. Ace of Emotions. There's a honest connection coming your way. Honest friends. Star in reverse. It's hard for you to trust people. But the universe wants to let you know you're heading towards the good stuff. It's hard for you to trust people. Do that inner child healing. You are not always, the devil came out in reverse, you are not always the one in the wrong. And the Emperor also came out in reverse. You know, again, you gave your power away, not necessarily, you know, wanting to give it away, but you thought you were sharing, you thought you were caring, you thought you were, you know, a good friend, person, colleague. Meanwhile, little stories. What is it that flips around? So let's see what is here for you from the angels. That we're finishing off with blessing in disguise. They were never good for you. Had to go. Now you can actually really start to live your life, you know. Build from scratch, but at least from integrity. What appears to be a problem is actually part of your answered prayer. There we go. You'll understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything resolves. Bullseye. Trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your prayer in the best way. God drop. All right. I wish you all the best on this new path of yours. I wish you the best on this new path of yours. And remember, I'm here to support you all the way. In spirit, we are all connected. We are all one. And I'm sending you love. I'm a fellow water sign. I'm a Cancerian. I know how good your intentions are. Okay? I'll see you next time. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you might want to consider subscribing. Hit that all button so you get the readings when they come out. Namaste. Love and light. Bye, Scorps.